What lesson do you think that you have learned in the electoral amendment process? Because there are areas and portions of the electoral law that have been badly amended, looks selfish, looks very primordial, and a lot of Nigerians say it took us backwards.
Well, to some extent, I agree with you that there were certain things that were done by the parliament in the course of amending the electoral that we should not have done. And I made this position also even on the floor of the House. For example, I was one of those lawmakers who believe very strongly that it was wrong for us to legislate the conduct of primaries and restrict political parties to only two options. From inception, we had always had multiple options for political parties. It's either you go for consensus, you go for direct primaries or indirect primaries, depending on what the constitution of the party says. And by the time this amendment was being proposed that indirect primaries must be removed from the options available for the conduct of primaries, some of us were of the view that it was a recipe for chaos, because this is a system that does not have any determinable database of party membership, the resource and the capacity to organize direct primaries in every ward. It's not even available to most political parties. But, well, this is democracy. The majority will have its way, the minority will have its say. We did make a say then that this was like handing over, a sword to those who want to cut you down. Unfortunately, like you rightly said, members of the parliament are some of the direct victims of some of this, amendments. And I'm sure that, we are learning our lessons. It may be the hard way. And hopefully when we have an opportunity to do things next time, we're going to be more, more detailed. We are going to be more circumspect. And again, we are going to be more careful to ensure that we do not allow an amendment of the Electoral Act too close to an election. I have been an advocate in Parliament that we should have done it from the first year of the 10th Assembly. I wrote about it. I spoke about it several times. You don't amend the rules to guide an election so close to an election. It is a disservice not only to us as players, but to the democratic institution itself. The INEC needs a lot of time. The police need time. Everybody needs time to be able to study the provisions and apply them. And I hope that these lessons are learned in case, of future assemblies.